Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've been asked to do a help video for the Trig word problems. So we're going to spend some time here going through the problem and trying to set things up. I'm not going to take you through the entire problem. I'm going to help you establish what you need to be doing and then allow you to complete the rest of the assignment. Let's take a look at question 1. It says here that the school needs a new ramp to connect the parking lot to the back entrance. The ramp must have an angle of elevation of 11 degrees. The height from the parking lot to the back doors is 2 meters. How long must the ramp be? Alright, so let's look at this question in detail. It says that a new ramp is needed in order to connect the back parking lot to the back entrance. And we are trying to find out how long must the ramp be. So before we even start looking at the numbers, let's put this in a quick drawing. So we've got the stairs that would connect to the back parking lot, but we need a ramp. So if we've got the entrance up here, a little doorway or something, and we've got our parking lot down below that, we know that we have a height of 2 meters. So that means that we would go 2 meters from the ground up to where the entrance is. Now we're making a ramp, so that would mean that we need a triangle to be created based off of this slant. Now we've created a right triangle that we can solve using trigonometry. We have one piece of information in the question that we haven't used yet, and that is that we have an angle of elevation of 11 degrees. So, we need to think about where an angle of elevation goes. Well, in this case, an angle of elevation would go from the ground up, so this would be 11 degrees. Last of all, we're asked how long must the ramp be? Well, we've got our height that goes from the ground up, right? That's height. So the other dimension here would be our length. So this is our unknown value here. Alright, so we've gone through question 1 in detail. I'm going to be providing less information than this for the other questions because you still need to be able to set up the triangle yourself. But I will help you put things in context. Okay? Moving on to question 2. Question 2 says a plane is taking off from a runway. The runway is 4,000 meters long. By the time the plane reaches the end of the runway, it must be at least 200 meters high. What is the angle of elevation? So we have a plane taking off from a runway, and the key information that we're given here is that the runway is 400 meters long and it must have a height of 200 meters. We are then asked what is the angle of elevation. Okay, so see how I've highlighted the key information? I've done that so that I can then work out what's going on. We'll start off, we can just put a runway down. And we know that that runway from the question is 4,000 meters. We know that when the plane reaches the end of the runway, it needs to be 200 meters high. So, that would mean that from the end of the runway, we need to be going up 200 meters. Alright, so we've got two sides of our triangle. To build the rest of the triangle, we would just put our slant in. And we ask ourselves, what do we actually need to find? Well, in this question it says that we need to find what is the angle of elevation. So, you're going to have to decide which angle it is you're trying to find, and then you can solve. Question 3 requires a bit more time to set up, so we're going to go through this one slowly. To start, we're told a new bridge must be built over the highway. We don't know the distance across the highway, so instead we have to set it up using multiple points. We're told that a team set up 2 points on the same side of the highway. Point A and point B. First piece of critical information here, the points are 65 meters apart. We're then told if the angle from point B across the highway is 27 degrees. And we want to know what distance is from point A to the other side of the highway. Alright, so there's a lot going on with this one. We'll start it out by putting our highway. So to do our highway, we're going to put 2 lines. And this will represent the highway. Okay? We're told that we need to have 2 points on the same side of the highway, points A and B. So, point A and point B. Alright. From the question, we're told that they are 65 meters apart. Well, that would mean that from here to here is 65 meters. And we want to build a bridge that goes across. So, we're going from point A to the other side of the highway. We do not know how long this is, so this would be side X. To finish up the triangle, we're going to put another line that goes from the other side of the triangle, from the other side of the highway to point B, where we are told we have an angle that is 27 degrees. Alright, so we've got our right angle there, we've got our triangle, we're now able to go and solve. Last of all, we're told in question 4 that a ladder is leaning against a wall. The ladder is 6 meters long, the base of the ladder is 2 meters from the wall, and we need to find the angle of elevation. So, in this one again, we'll look through it. The scenario is that a ladder is leaning against a wall, so we need to draw a ladder and a wall. So we'll start off with our wall, which is going to go straight up and down. We then have the ground. Alright, and we're going to put our ladder. Okay, so here is our ladder. Alright, so we built a right triangle here. We're told the ladder is 6 meters long, and we're told the base of the ladder is 2 meters from the wall. Last of all, the question asks us, what is the angle of elevation? So, you're going to have to decide which angle to solve for, and then you can get your answer. Alright? So that's it for this little help video. I hope that it was useful. If you still are having trouble with these questions, please send me an email. Alright? If not, have a good day, everybody, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.